guys. No. What's this? Cut it. Wait for action.
Wait. Action. Action.
Good evening, guys. My name is Olori Kodoboni, and welcome to Dear Parents again. So last week we had a lot to say, and this week we're bringing it hot. With me today is our co-host, Yunusa Zainab. Welcome, Zainab.
Thank you, Olori.
Yes, ma'am. And today we have a guest that knows everything about what it means to be a parent. She is a parent 100%. She is the founder of Happy Gems International School, Mrs. Abolale Olatishe. Welcome, ma. Our topic for today is, why is there discrimination amongst children? Why do we have favorites? Why is A more than B? Why would you compare A to B? Why do parents do that? That's the question for today. Why is there discrimination among children? Zainab.
Okay, so welcome, guys. And the topic is very interesting because it has gotten like a lot of people talking and being in my DM asking me the same question. So that was why we had to bring it today. Well, this topic is very dear to a lot of people. And I just want to shed a little bit of light on it, on their pain, on the youth's pain, basically. You know, the youth have informed me that most of their parents have actually played favoritism among them. So, you know how parents feel like, maybe not feel, they show it probably directly or indirectly, feeling like one child is more important than the other, based on their own reason that we don't know. That's why we are here. So they feel like maybe the mommy or the dad loves, one child more than me. And you know how the effect of that on the children, so we are here. The youth are asking that, why do parents do that? Why do you feel the need to constantly rub it, or not rub it in their faces, but they know that there is definitely favoritism in their household?
Okay, Zainab. So Mrs. Olatishe, please. Zainab has asked a question and we would like for you to reply, ma. While we wait for Mrs. Olatishe. Okay, welcome, ma.
Yeah, hello, how are you? Can you come again? Can you repeat your question?
Say that again, ma.
Can you repeat what you just said?
Oh, Zainab already, she asked the question. She's asking why there is discrimination amongst children. Why is there favoritism? Favoritism, yes, why is it? Why do we have it?
Okay. The system where we live here is quite different from Nigeria. So I'm going to talk about the two. I'm going to talk about the United Kingdom, and I'm going to talk about Nigeria. Discrimination is a no in United Kingdom. And I am an advocate for the children. So anything for children, I protect children heritage. I protect everything that has to do with children. In the United Kingdom, I've been doing childcare for over 30 years. That's my job. That's what I do. And no hurt to children. Say no to any discrimination against children. No negativity to children. So as a mother myself, I've got 2 children. Obviously, even if you have twins and they come from the same womb, their behaviors are different. However, I cannot like one over the other. I have a boy, I have a girl. I love them 100%. There's no discrimination. If I do this for the first one, I have to do this exactly the same thing for the other one, even though this one is older than that one. Yeah, so we cannot discriminate. In the United Kingdom, it's a criminal offense if you discriminate, and you're going to go to jail for it. However, coming to the Nigeria aspect of it, our parents, my parents didn't do that, but some of the parents in Nigeria, because of their exposure, they do a lot of things regarding discrimination to their children, which has affected a lot. I know of a particular family that the mom likes the older ones more than the younger ones, likes the boys more than the girls, you know, and that really affected the family a lot. We are mothers. We give back to the mother and to the children ourselves. So why would you now love one over another? If one is, I know that in Nigeria tradition, if a child is not good, the parents don't tend to like the child. It shouldn't be like that, you know. When a child is not doing something satisfactory to you, it is your role as a mother to talk to the child, to help the child to reach its potentials, you know, because if you say this child is not making me happy and you leave that child to go on like that, it's going to come back to the parents at the end of the day. So your support as a mother, it is very, very important. So I will say no to discrimination anywhere all over the world, Nigeria, United Kingdom, America, anywhere in the world. You have to love children the same way you love the brother or the sister or the sibling. It has to be equal opportunity. When you have what we call it equal opportunity policy in this place, there's no discrimination. You cannot discriminate. You know, even in United Kingdom, we have equal opportunity policy with regards what the children do. I can't have a boy child and a boy child is playing with a doll baby, and you say that the boy child can't play with a doll baby, he has to play with a car. No, the fact that he's a boy doesn't mean that he can't play with a doll baby. You get what I mean? So
Yes,
the
please.
law is in force in United Kingdom more than the way they do it in Nigeria. But in my school in Nigeria, I told people they have to run because it's a UK and Nigeria-based school. You know, no staff will discriminate my children because I am a mother of all the children all over the world. If I go to Nigeria, if I see anything that is not right to a child, I'm not going to let it happen. You understand? Because that's my job and I have the duty of care on all the children I meet in my course of life. You understand? So say no to discrimination in any form of situation all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. Zainab, do you have anything to say?
Yes, thank you so much, Ma. So the fact has been built that there is actually presence of discrimination amongst children.
Yes.
And I would like to make a reference to a particular movie from Podium Cinema. And it's actually reality. Do you get what I'm trying to say? This is people's reality. This is what they live on every single day, being picked on by your mother or your father, or someone that stands in the position of a parent for you. This movie that I want to refer to is called Majemwego. From the scenarios portrayed in that movie, we could see that the boy child, so that, I think that is one of the reasons that was argued by the youth, is that, okay, let me first paint the scenario. There is the boy child and there is the girl child. So the boy was being favored or loved more by the mother, definitely because he was a boy. Do you understand me? So I feel like that's one of the reasons why there is discrimination, gender-based, because you're like he's male and you're female, like, and I feel like that is just not right because he's a boy, and I don't know. I'm trying to make an understanding out of that. Why that should be a way you should love a child. And secondly, I think one of the reasons that youth actually argued on is the fact that, you know, there are some children that exhibit some kind of behavior, you know, that the parents definitely does not like, or the parents definitely don't like. And then they feel like they're giving up on them, and there is no like remedies. There's no way that child can turn back. They've just given up on each other. This child, there's nothing I can do for this child to behave the way I want him or her to behave. So they definitely give up on the child and then just leave the child like that. And then not love the child, not care for the child. And we've seen the result of this. So from the first one, based on the gender, we could see the result of not loving one child. of favoring one child from that movie, imaginary movie. We could see the behavior from the male. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So you giving more love to someone because he's a boy or he's a man. Yeah. And you could see the behavior the boy was exhibiting, like it was outrageous. So I feel like parents need to look more into the effect of discriminating among their children. So I think those are the two reasons I could really wrap my head around based off of what she said. So the fact that there's discrimination has actually been established. That fact has been, so there is definitely discrimination, but not in every household. But now we're talking about those households that this discrimination is now very obvious. People, even your friends, your family members, they know that you love this child more than this child. It's just obvious. So yeah, that is my bit for now.
Okay, let me just respond to what you just said now. You know, that gender thing, I do not believe in that gender thing because obviously because of my background, I love everybody the same, male or female or thereabout. Yeah. However, children too needs to be sensible. When your mother, if like the guy that you're talking about, imagine the mom spoiled the child, you know, the boys too should use his head. You understand? Because why would they spoil you and you will be rude to your father? Your father is your father. Do you understand? So children too have to set themselves as a role model. You understand? So I don't believe in that gender thing. It's not a matter of gender. You understand? But some parents, like that made member, I think exposure matters a lot because you know what you know. You understand? If you are exposed and you have seen a lot of situations like that, you will know the implication and the effects and the negativity of that thing in future. You won't even try to do it. You understand? So we need to do more trainings for our parents. We need to do more trainings for the children. We need to do more counseling for the family as a whole. You understand? So that they will understand the fact that it's not right to do this and do that because it has negative impact on the family as a whole in future. You understand? And a lot of children, they don't listen. They do not care for their parents. They just behave anyhow. You know, so upbringing matters and God is the number one. I believe in prayers. Yeah, you cannot train a child alone without God and without other professionals. You understand? So parents need to talk to the school, talk to the teachers, pray for the children. You understand? Because some parents, when they pick the child in school, and the teacher will say, "Oh, this person did this and did that," the parents will not do anything. They will just ignore the teacher. That's very wrong. You shouldn't do that. Because if you don't train them now, they will be hard. It will be hard for you to change it in the future. So I believe all of us have work to do on this issue, you know, and the children need to listen as well because juvenile delinquency affects the children as well, the youths as well, because they tend to do what their friends are doing, but their home is different. You understand? The main thing I think about this situation is to research, go on a lot of parental trainings, you know, and pray about your children's attitude and character and involve in your children's life. Parents are always working and working and working. They don't know what the children are doing. You know, that's one of the things affecting us in the United Kingdom at the moment because a lot of parents are out there working. They don't participate in their children's life. They don't know what their children are doing at any particular point in time. That is very wrong. No matter how busy you are, you have to have time for your family. You have to have time for your children because they are your future, you know? So all these things go together. So it's joint efforts. It's not something one person can do. And youths have to listen to their parents as well. Because when they are growing up, they believe they can do things themselves. They believe their parents are not in the position to advise them anymore. My children, if they are old, they are still old. Yes, I'm still their mom. They still need to listen to my advice because I've seen it all in life. There's no way that children will see more than what the children have seen in life. So we need to train our children. We need to use the word of God to train them as well. And we need to listen to other professionals working with the children. Yeah, I think that is one of the things we need to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. We have a question from Fisayo. Why do parents make some chores for girls alone and some other choice for boys alone. So she gave example like, maybe I think from a family, and she's like, oh, my parents says cooking is just for girls and turning on the generator is just for boys. Like she said, make it make sense, ma. That's the question.
Okay. Let's get to that. You know, it's very tricky because we live in the United Kingdom, yeah? I keep referring to that because that's where I live and I have to talk about the place. We don't discriminate that the girls have to wash the dishes, the boy have to do this and that. No. My boy and my girl do the dishes. You understand? But Nigeria concept, I know they do it because it happened to me. I started cooking at the from when I was in primary 3. I started cooking for the whole family because I'm the only girl and the last born. So all the cooking of the whole family for a girl of that age, you understand? It's not that they will leave me to it. My parents, my mom will be there, but you have to know it. You understand? That's wrong because I've got 2 older brothers that can do as a, but they would tell them to do other things. So when I asked my mom that time, the mom, why is it always me that I have to do this and that? So they said that because you are going to your husband's house soon. You understand? So the belief of Nigerian mothers is because I'm going to get married and I have to cook for my husband. Whereas the boys will have a wife and the wife will cook for the boys. But now I'm not in Nigeria, I'm in United Kingdom. So that cooking I'll be made to do is not working for me. You understand? He helped me. However, when I'm cooking, my husband is there as well. You get what I mean?
Yes.
My brother is in the USA. You understand? So he can't say because they didn't teach me how to cook. I have to. The wife is a nurse. The wife is tired. They have to be in the kitchen together. You know? So at the end of the day, all of us know how to cook in my family anyway. But I do majority of the, you know, the difficult ones, moi moi, amala, and all those ones. I do it, you understand? But they do it as well. So parents shouldn't say that it's only a girl that has to end up in the kitchen. No. Because the boys will need it. When they go to the university, they are alone. They'll be eating cereal, they'll be eating junk foods. But when they know how to cook, they can stabilize and do things for themselves. So we shouldn't say that it's only girls that has to be cooking or has to be washing the dishes. Boys have to do the generator. Why can't I do the generator? I'm in United Kingdom that have to hustle now. Nobody's going to hire for me. Nobody's going to on generator for me if I want to on it. I have to do it myself. So everybody has to know what they're doing. It's not a matter of gender. I don't even like putting gender into things. I don't like it. You understand? Because I work like a man. I do what men do. And I'm a girl. I'm the only girl in my family and the last born. You understand? So that gender thing, I think it shouldn't be part of things. You understand? We shouldn't be doing gender. The world now is a technological world, you know. All these things about a man and a woman, you have to be. My husband is a military officer. In those days, you have to be at home. They'll say, Ayabarak, you know. They don't work. In my barak, when I got married, I'm the only one that is working. I was working then. I can't do without working. How will I have masters and waste my masters and say I'm a military officer's wife? It doesn't work like that. My parents are professionals. They can't even let me do that. So we're in the era that we have to change things. Things have to change. The world is changing and we have to change as well. You understand? I hope I answered that right. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma. Team parent, yes, please.
Thank you very much. I beg to differ, and you know me. This is where my response comes in. Let me stand for team parents on the African side of things. Yes, there are gender things because you too, we have male child and we have female children. It's not like we don't want to prepare the female children for the future. We don't want to prepare the male children for the future. But there are certain things naturally that the female child might not be able to do. You might not have the strength to pull the generator. And the male child, you have testosterone, you have things that gives you more strength than the girl naturally. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the male child anyway cannot bear children by himself. It's the woman that will carry the child. So we'll teach you to be the primary carer of the child. So we have to teach you from from your young age, how to care for the house, how to be clean, how to be neat and everything. Not that the men cannot be primary carer, because in the UK, men too, they do look after their own children. But there are some things that comes naturally. And I tend to be one of those African parents that follow those kind of things. And I still carry the African tradition on my head. Like I always say, I'm a Yoruba woman living in diaspora. Thank you. So this is one, I hope that answers your reason why we give some male children certain things to do and female children certain things to do. You know me, I'm not a child care professional like Mr. Latiche. Me, I'm an African mother. Thank you.
So, Ma, what do you advise in a situation where a female child is the only child? Nobody does the pulling of generator.
I didn't get you.
What do you advise when the only child is a female or a male? The job that we've assigned as female job and the job we've assigned as male job, what will happen to it when the child in that house is just one child?
Then the daddy would do the male job, the mother would do the female job.
So what if in a situation where that child is living alone? Like you're now living alone by yourself and you have to attend to every single thing.
That's why we say we prepare you for the future. We help you. Anything we know you cannot physically do, you can't practically do at that particular age, we'll do it for you. But as soon as you become that age, like when you're a male child and an only child, we will still teach you how to cook. If you're a female child, once you are 15 or 16, we'll teach you how to pull the generator because you have the strength, you have the physical strength to do it. But when you are at the age where you can't do it and you're the only child, we would augment that side.
Okay, Ma.
Thank you.
Zainab, do you have anything to say?
I know the thing is, this gender thing is a very long topic, but I don't want to say, I understand what you're saying, but I still don't fully support because I know women that are physically stronger than men and they can do what those men are doing.
Well, Mrs. Latiche just told you that she's physically strong, that she started cooking for her family at the age of 13, that she started teaching for cooking for her family at the age of 13. So when we talk, we're not generalizing. We're saying, okay, this is the ideal situation, but the whole world is not the ideal place. So some people will do it the right way. Some people will do it the way they believe they know how to. So nobody is right or well. There's a wrong way to do it. But I want you to know that the parents that are teaching the male child to learn how to cook, they're not doing the wrong things either. They're trying to get you ready for the future. And the woman that's teaching the female child to do certain things, they're doing it out of love, getting you ready for the future.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. So Zainab, before you say any other thing, I have a question for Abike. My parents keep comparing me to my elder sister. What do I do? Mr. Latiche, would you like to answer that, Ma?
Hello? Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the parents keep comparing to the elder sister.
Elder sister.
They're both female.
Yes, her name is Abike. Yes.
Okay, that shouldn't happen. We as parents shouldn't do that because children are different. In this country, there's something we call every child is unique. It's on statutory framework for early years setting. Yeah, that means that even if you have twins, like I told you before, Taye will definitely be different from Candy. So if the older sister have the skills the mom likes or is kind, that doesn't mean the younger one has to be the same. We are different. So we have to take the children the way they are, because that one that they keep complaining about still have our own strengths. You cannot say this one is not kind and that one is kind, this one is a good child. No, because that one that is not kind will have another strength in another thing. So as parents, we need to love our children the same way. And even if the other one is kind and the younger one is not kind, there's a way we as parents can encourage and support that one that is not doing the right thing to do the right thing. We will show love. If we show love to children, even a bad child, when you show love to them, they change. They tend to be good. They tend to do whatever you do. In this country, we do not beat children. You understand? There are procedures to follow when your child is not doing what you want. You understand? But I believe in talking to the children. I believe in talking to them. I believe in being friends with my children. You understand? Coming down to their level, and that has really helped me in life. You know, so as African parents, you know, I'm strict. My children know when I'm upset, I'm upset. You know, that doesn't mean that because I don't beat them, they will be rude to me or they will disgrace me outside. No, you understand? Take for example, when they are naughty and they are not doing what I like, I will call the internet people and cut off all the internet in the house. I use my money to pay for the internet. You understand? So I have the right to call the internet. That's not against the law. You know, you see them begging me, Mom, sorry, I'm so sorry. I'll go and tidy my room. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, you know. So that's our principle. There are procedures to follow. There's a lot of procedures because I have the training from birth to 18 years old. So I know how to deal with children in a positive but disciplined way. So I will never hit my child. I will never hit any children, you know. And if a child is doing something that I'm not happy with, I know what to do. I'll talk to the child. I will listen to the child. So parents need to listen. Our parents don't listen to the children. You need to listen to the children. You need to hear their view as well. Talk to them like friends. Don't do, I'm their mom, I'm your mom. You have to do what I want. You have to know, you have to respect your child as well. I respect my children from the age of whatever they understand, like 1 year old, 2 year olds. I respect them. I show them the respect. So because I want the respect as well. I won't say because I'm their mom, they have to do what I want all the time. It doesn't work like that because they have their own mind as well. And you have to promote love and positivity. When there is love, there's nothing that can happen. A lot can happen when there is love. So we have to promote love and we have to ensure that we have friends with our children and not doing mom and daughter, mom and, you know, it doesn't go a long way. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So Zainab, you were nodding. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I was basically agreeing with some things that she was saying, but not some things, all the things she was saying. So it's more like preferring, like providing solutions to, you know, this issue, you know, to parents, that parents need to do certain things, you know, just the kind of solution that we want to hear, we want parents to listen to. So my question is that how do we get this message across to that woman that is on the street selling pepper or doing something on the street, basically, and is exhibiting this kind of behavior to their children? You know, they don't have the advantage of getting a phone, watching this. How do they know? Because they have the right to how to explain, the right to know about what to do to children, what to say to children, you know, basically to guide them on how to build their children, train their children. So how do they get to hear about this? All the solutions that are obviously being provided and they're actually good. So how do they get to hear about it? That woman that is selling pepper on the road, that man that is doing something on the road that doesn't have the opportunity to see this.
Okay, so how we do that is by creating awareness, doing campaigns, involving the streets. We can't just say that up here like that. We have to go into the streets. We have to let them know the implication of what they're doing. We have to teach them love. So going on the streets, we have to be, the streets is one of the big contacts that we need to talk about, you understand? Because like educationalists, professionals and all of that, they know all these things. They know certain things. Even if they are not doing it, they know that's the appropriate thing. But the people on the streets, like you mentioned, they might not have the idea. They might not have the understanding. That's why they are doing something else. But we have to campaign. We have to go to the streets. We have to let people know. We have to do walks. We have to talk about it. You understand? So that is one of the things that we should be doing about it. This is like you too. You have to talk, because this is a very good program. Do you understand? So you have to build on it. You have to let your voice be heard. You have to let the voice of the parents be heard as well. So that's the next stage of this, your program, to go on the streets and talk to people, talk to market sellers, talk to pepper sellers, hear their views. And we can now encourage them and let the world be a better place to live in.
Thank you, Mark. So the last question I have here is, for children facing this discrimination now, what should they do? Because children can be rude to their parents, but we have children that are facing discrimination now. We have children that are steadily being compared to their siblings, their cousins, even their friends. Those children, what should they do? What should they do as an now? Because they are still with their parents. They cannot leave the house. They can't just move out. Some of them do not even have the capacity to do that. What should they do as children now?
Okay, my advice to the children that are facing discrimination at the moment is to speak to the parents, talk to them about how they feel. If the parents is not listening, they need to get somebody that are close to the family, somebody that are close to the mom or the dad, and speak to them that this is causing a lot of things, because all these things can cause emotional trauma. It can cause depression. It can cause a lot of things. It can cause behavioral problems. So the earlier, the better. And they shouldn't just keep quiet about it, because that's what is causing a lot of suicide things, people killing themselves because they are depressed, because they are feeling unwanted and things like that. So they shouldn't keep it to themselves. You understand? Because they need a counselor. So if there are counselors in Nigeria that they can speak to, there should be legal aid. What do they do? Is that legal aid in Nigeria? You know,
Yeah,
okay. They have citizens. They have some. You know, that they can speak to free of charge. That they're not going to charge them. Like solicitors, they can speak to about what they are facing, how they can get a counselor to speak to them, because when they put it in their mind, they will be depressed anytime soon, and they can do anything to themselves. So the way they need to help themselves is not to keep it cool. I won't say any child should be rude to the parents or fight the parents, or no, it's not right. It's against the law of God, and it's against humanity as well. But they have to talk to the mom. They can't shy away from it. They have to say, Mom, I want to speak to you, but I know a law of mom, they will not listen. Then they need to go to somebody that the mom listens to and speak to that person. If that doesn't work, then they should get their way to get a counselor. Because when they get a counselor, they will be their advocate, and they will be able to speak to the parents and let the parent know that it has gone beyond what that parent is thinking of it. You know, it has a very, very negative impact on the children. We should stop it. Say no to discrimination. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. Team parents, would you like to say anything, please?
I concur.
Okay, Ma. So, Zainab, over to you. You've heard everything from team parents, and you're the ambassador for the youth.
Sorry, please, can you come again?
I said you've heard all the advice from team parents. You're the ambassador for the youth. You're the one taking this message out to the youth. So, what do you have to say? Do you agree? Is there something that you do not understand? Is there something that you would like to say?
Okay. So I know, I definitely know that the youth are going to be very happy with the reasons and solutions provided, because if it feels like there are now people, not just parents, people that understand the kind of things that are going through, you know, pertaining to this topic. They feel like they're with them. They can see what they're feeling. They can feel that some are even traumatized from this. So they feel like, you know, I'm not standing alone. I'm not alone in this. There are people that understand me, even if at the moment my parents are not understanding me, they're not hearing me. Okay, now it's not like I'm insane. I'm saying, okay, I feel like this brings stability to those people that have, experienced this kind of thing. And I'm so happy that the parents they provided. In fact, I'm so happy. Like, I'm excited that there are people that would see this and watch this and be like, yes, I'm not alone. Now these are the things I can do without being rude to my parents. The things I can say to them without being rude to them. This has been so helpful. Thank you so much, Mark, for the clarification that you've given us. We're so happy with this, and I will definitely relate this message back to them. And I'm sure I don't even need to do that, because by the time they watch this and hear your side of the story, I'm sure they're going to be very happy, and they're going to use every solution given to them. Thank you so much, ma'am.
It's been amazing. It's been very amazing. Our topic for today is why is there discrimination amongst children? And Mrs. Omobolale Olatishe has said a lot of things defending the parents, and it's amazing that she did not just defend the parents. She mentioned instances where parents make mistakes. So that's the first thing. She has made it clear that parents make mistakes too. And also, parents, according to Ms. Olatishe, communicate, talk to your children. It's not out of the world to communicate to children. It's a normal thing. And children too, instead of going to your friends to complain about what your mom is doing, about what your dad is doing, talk to your parents. Your parents have siblings, your parents have friends. Talk to them, because your friends are like your age group. They might not even have any advice to give you aside rebellion. So, and that's like a no. This platform is not a place to cheer children on disrespecting parents. No. We're here to get a common ground. Parents will make mistakes, children will make mistakes, but communication, coming together to talk about it would help. Coming together to analyze the things that we do as children and as parents would help. And today we also learned that there is no particular chore for a woman and there's no particular chore for a man. We all can learn how to cook, we all can learn how to iron, we all can learn how to turn on the generator sets. Today has been so educative. There has been a lot of things. This topic is a topic that might go further than just today, because we've been able to touch different places. So, guys, share this with your friends, share this with your parents. Talk to that woman beside your house, because we see them when they do these things to their children, and most of us just ignore, like, oh, we're not family members. Talk to these people. Talk to your friends that are parents already. Talk to your aunties. Talk to your uncles. In everything, just talk to people, and let's say no to discrimination. Do not discriminate any child. As guardians, do not discriminate the child that has been put in your care. As parents, do not compare your children to each other, because mental health is important. It's very important. Some African parents do not believe but there is something called mental health. There's something called depression. There's something called withdrawal, when the children just totally give up on talking to the parents. Please, parents, we ask that you please put to practice these things that has been discussed today by Mrs. Olatishe. And to the youth and children, do not take any chance to be disrespectful to your parents. Do not take any chance to be disrespectful to your guardians. Parents will be parents. Do not be rude to them. Even the Bible does not like it. And Zainab said something when she was talking. When she mentioned the movie, Miss Olatishe said, as children, be sensible. You know your left from right. So because your mom is spoiling you, does not give you the liberty to be spoiled. Because at the end of the day, it would affect you and it would affect your mom. My name is Olori Kodoboni. With me, we have Zainab, our co-host, and we had an amazing guest, Mrs. Omobolale Olatishe, founder of Happy Gems International School. Today has been amazing, and I hope we've learned a lot because everyone here has learned a lot. See you next week, Sunday, 4 p.m. Nigerian time, 3 p.m. UK time, same place, Podium International TV on YouTube. Thank you very much and have an amazing week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.